Hello and welcome. I'm Danette Kubanda, and joining me today for a very special Skype interview is Jim Kirwan. He is the creator of Get America Moving and the author of his new book, The Exercise Factor. Thank you so much for being here, Jim.
You are very welcome. Delighted to be here.
So, Jim, tell us a little bit more about the obesity epidemic that we're facing here in America. 70% is considered overweight, and almost a third of Americans are classified as obese. That's a pretty big statistic. Why do you think that is?
Well, I mean, that's a long question. Why is it so? I mean, a lot of it is to do with exercise, and I refer to it as the inactivity epidemic, because the vast majority of Americans don't exercise enough. So I believe that that's a really significant factor in this whole thing.
That's so true. And tell me a little bit about, how that affects us. It's not just about weight, is it, when we're inactive?
I think it affects us in so many different ways. I mean, we have issues with respect to our health, I think, is the primary factor. I mean, weight is important because weight is linked to health, but the most important issue is our health. And exercise, I believe, is the secret sauce to a healthy lifestyle. If you want to be healthy, you have to exercise. You have to. There's no question about it.
And why is this so important to you?
Well, it started 40 years ago or thereabouts when my dad, he was 47 years of age at the time, and he died very suddenly from a massive heart attack. Now, like most of his contemporaries then and now, let me say, he didn't exercise. Sure, he went for the occasional walk with my mom. He played the very odd game of golf, but that was it. And I believe that this was a major factor in his premature death. He'd be 86, if he was alive today. That's 39 lost years. So if only he knew then what I know now, things might have been different.
Wow, and this is quite a tribute to his legacy, is all this work that you're putting into it to make other people's lives better. Tell me a little bit more about the exercise factor. Is it really just about exercise?
Well, the short answer is no. It is about exercise, of course. It's in the title, but it's about a lot more than that. There are four key drivers of success: exercise, knowledge, nutrition, what you eat, and what I call the X factor. Now, these drivers combine synergistically so that you can develop a fit and healthy lifestyle which is fun and enjoyable, because that's very important.
And I see behind you there, you've got an X Factor recipe. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, let me start by saying that the X Factor is probably the most important driver of the four, because it's the one that shows you how to do this. The others are kind of nearly given. So this is my whiteboard, and it's the X Factor recipe for success. So it starts with the letter R, and R is for resolve. Now you will need to find this. You will need to bring resolve to the table, especially at the start and as you go through this process. But you can do it. E is for energy. You'll need energy too. You'll need enthusiasm and passion, but you can do that too. C is for cause. Now, this one is really important. It's a bit like the yeast in a cake. Can you find a great cause to inspire you to succeed? It could be a personal cause. It could be family related. It may be your favorite charity. I is for involved. You want to roll up your sleeves and really get involved in your new cause and your new project. So P is for project. And I think this is probably the most important one of all, because it's the one which shows you how to do it. It sets out the instructions or the guidelines. So can you find an exciting project to motivate you to succeed? Maybe it's a 10K walk or a 5K run or a 1-mile swim, even a 25-mile bike ride. Whatever it is, your projects are going to be the foundation for your future lifestyle. And finally, E is for extraordinary. So if you can bring resolve, energy, have a great cause, and get really involved in this cause, and a super exciting project to go along with it, the outcome will be extraordinary.
Oh, that's so great. And who doesn't love a great recipe?
Yeah.
How can our viewers who want to get involved take action?
Well, it's very simple. I have created or produced a 30-day exercise challenge, and it's suitable for everyone, regardless of their age, their weight, or their current fitness level. There's 3 programs to choose from, so there's one for every viewer out there. All they have to do is go to my website, getamericamoving.com/challenge, sign up, and get started.
Well, there you go. You heard them. Go to getamericamoving.com/challenge and get involved. And also there at the website, you can learn more about Jim and all of his great projects. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you indeed. Appreciate it.